Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, where there's a school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning. Boy, do they hope the Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in homestanding Michigan State. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Spartans' offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along and getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
Back to throw, it's Slater. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The aerial assault continues. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets open down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a third and short. Throws to the back. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He's going to pass. Complete downfield. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
And that is another first down.
Now the play fake. They're bringing throws toward the end zone. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 12th play of the opening drive coming up, but now this marathon faces a 3rd and long. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pulls it in. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. Movement here from the tight end. Powers forward. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. Then finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key to their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking for a man. It's Dobbs. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Bruce, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good.
Michigan State 7, Michigan 3.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back, looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Looking downfield, it's Slater. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Give to the running back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Spartans have this offense rolling. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you...
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to pass. It's Slater. Quick strike complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Good right down the boulevard.
Michigan State 10,
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. They'll try the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They run the reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, and settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies about it.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Gets it out fast. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The run to the right. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes a connection. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Appalachian State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Handoff from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Sips one guy, now he's loose. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this. But we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan State, 17. Michigan, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Scanning the field, it's Slater. They're trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And there he is, the nation's leader in sacks, coming up with yet another one. Week after week, teams try to find a way to stop this guy. They just can't figure him out. He's too big, he's too fast, and he has a knack for getting to quarterbacks.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have two longtime foes separated by 65 miles battling for a prize like the Paul Bunyan Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double-team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Bryant. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around, and there was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
He was smelling that end zone when they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Spartans are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Spartans! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Well, let's count him up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kent State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Akron. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Red pass, it's complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To throw, it's Dobbs. Got the quick pass. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go right back to the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, give on the inside. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
PAT unit on the field. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. Flips it out in the flat. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking left. And it's incomplete on third down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's when the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Dobbs. Using the quick game. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off-play action on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. It's caught. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The give to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country. Touchdown, Wolverines! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking to throw, it's Slater. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll run it to the right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback on the keeper. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Dobbs. Pressure coming. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The give from the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kent State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 17 to Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Works the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Spartans are in the hurry up. Back to pass, it's Slater. Makes the grab down the middle. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, lead the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try to run for it. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.